A lot of entities were and continue to be affected by the storm that passed through Beltrami County over the weekend. Our reporter Matthew Freeman is in studio tonight to give us more details on the extent of the damages to Bemidji's airport. Matthew.
Thank you, Dennis. Well, when the storm started to make its way through Beltrami County, the Bemidji Regional Airport reported wind speeds at 106 miles an hour, which left officials at the airport worried about possible damages to the facility once the storm passed.
There's not much protecting us out here at the airport. There's not lines of trees, so these buildings were exposed to all that winds.
Kyle Christensen, the executive director for the Bemidji Regional Airport, was out of town when the storm passed through early Saturday morning. Once he returned on Monday, he couldn't believe what he was witnessing.
It was pretty shocking. As I got closer to Bemidji, it was pretty rapid change in the damage as we got closer and closer to town, and getting out to the airport, seeing a lot of stuff that obviously was different than when I left town.
Christensen then made his way back to the airport to assess the damages there, where he found parts of roofing scattered amongst the parking lot.
Some private hangars, some airport-owned facilities, so this hangar behind us is completely destroyed. Maintenance building had some damage to the roof. Pretty much every building has some sort of damage.
Thankfully, the vehicles that were left in the parking lot were left relatively unharmed outside of a few scratches to a couple of the cars. However, Christensen couldn't say the same for the planes that were left at the airport.
So we had maybe a handful of airplanes that were damaged. Two lost, had collapsed landing gears. Some other planes were kind of jostled around in the wind and collided. At least two aircraft that were in hangars that were damaged by the hangar, either fully or partially collapsing.
Along with most of the region, the airport also lost power due to the effects of the storm. They were having a hard time turning it back on, though, due to generator malfunctions.
We were without power for the better part of 2 days, and then our backup generator was having issues, so we had to cancel some flights because we had no power at all. The power's back on now, and we're looking into the issues with the generator to figure out why it wasn't working all day.
Power is now restored to the airport, and everything seems to be turning back to their usual routine. Christensen says the damage to the city of Bemidji is so extensive that it is almost unrecognizable, but he is thankful the airport escaped with just minor damages.
It's kind of surprising there wasn't more damage.
Now, officials at the airport say that if you have any questions about flight scheduling or any other matter, you should check with Delta Airlines. Back to you, Dennis.
Thank you, Matthew. And as of now, flights are running back on time at the Bemidji Regional Airport.
Lakeland News is a nonprofit news organization. Donate to Lakeland PBS today to support your local news team.